Welcome back to the Tigatron Hangar. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with a weekly news in review for March 8th of 2020. And I thought this was going to be a really light week, simply because we're in between major events, not a lot going on, but big news is dropping. Big news on a lot of things. We're going to get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the KO of MP44, and it's right on time. It's exactly what I expected. We're seeing Shozi put this thing up, and they're saying July of 2020. Now, it may actually have a 2-month bump back. I kind of would expect August, September, something like that, with the production delays. But right now, it's on track for July of this year. And so that's right at 10 months, right at what I expected, right at what they did with the MP39 and a few of these other ones, so that works out. Couple of issues that people have discussed with this guy is they say, oh, well, the paint doesn't look good. Let me let you in on this top secret. That's colored plastic of a prototype. There's no paint on this, really. I think they touched up the paint on the lower legs, but the rest of it is just plain plastic. It's not actually painted. So what will the official paint job look like on this guy? Will it match Takara's, and will it be more durable? There's a lot of the questions that we have about this MP44 KO, and I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited for it for a lot of reasons. First thing I want to talk about is the price. This thing is going to cost $89.99, so $90, and you've got yourself an MP44 Prime. But no, that's not it. But wait, there's more. So it is going to have die-cast parts in it. Now, I don't know what percentage or how much, but there will be some die-cast in this guy. They're also going to add LED light effects to the jetpack. It's still going to maintain the voice box with both English and the Japanese voices. It's going to have new joint part for shoulder and knees, so it'll be hard to break. So they're making improvements. It's going to be allegedly improved from the original, and it's only going to be $90, but it's going to come at a price. You're not going to get a trailer. You're not going to get the repair bay and the roller. No Spike, Spark Plug, or Carly figures, which, by the way, I don't think anybody really cares about those accessories or losing those accessories, or they're the ones that bought it in the first place. So if you wanted all of that, you probably bought it already. If you wanted the cheaper version just to have this version of Optimus Prime, this thing is going to be now cheaper than Transform Element Magic Square. So, who knows? And more die-casts than Magic Square, probably not as much as Transform Element, though. So, Zeta's Unicron, oh, wait, they ain't nothing changed but my name. 01 Studio Unicron is, well, it's a go. So, it's still only going to be 18 or 19 inches, but there's a price on it. There's pictures of it, painted prototypes, looking decent. It's a good-looking figure. I have it on pre-order. In fact, if you had a pre-ordered Zeta version, it rolled into this 01 Studio, so we're not knowing if Zeta sold their mold to another company or is just going to put it out under another company name. But the reality of it is it's no longer Zeta Core Star. That is over. It is now the 01 Studio. Sell, whatever. Anyway, here's a couple of pictures of it, and it looks good, and it's nice to say, hey, it's actually on its way and things are happening with it. They haven't shown it with the head. Zeta learned their lesson, so if this is a new company or if it's Zeta, they don't want the same problems Hasbro gave them. But Hasbro's done worrying about this. They've got their money, they've got their orders, they've got their official one on the way, so to them, they could care less now, or they could not care less now. But anyway, if you want to order this, $300 at Shozi. Go over there, pre-order it right now. Then you can, of course, you get your double pre-order down payment to get it a little bit cheaper. If you are a premium member at Shozi, you can, of course, get all of those points. So that would deliver you a whole lot of points. if you bought other stuff, you can put your points towards this and all that. So there's more official news of the official Masterpiece Tigatron from Takara, and he's going to have the cable he used to plug into Darkseid computer before the storm. He's also going to have alternative eyes for beast mode, interchangeable faces, including a shouting expression, and a Megatron head reference to the cube puzzle in the computer. So more information about this. Of course, obviously the official Takara version, there's going to be a lot of hype around it. So we're also going to see an official release date. Now, last week I reported on September, sometime in September. They didn't have the exact date. Of course, it would have to be the last day of September, September 30th. So, well, at least we have an exact date, and Takara is pretty good at holding those times, maintaining that time frame. We'll see how they do in the current climate and the operating condition that's going on right now, but they usually do hold those release dates relatively well. You know, push it back 3 weeks to a month at the most. A lot of the third parties can push it back a decade. So, who knows? But that's good news. And ShowZ has it for pre-order for 180. I've got mine pre-ordered. I went ahead and did it. I'm gonna do it. I think he's bigger than Cheetor, but smaller than Dinobot, and I don't think 180 is a bad price. 220, I'm out. I was out. But 180, I think's walking that line that is still a little too expensive for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick them up anyway. So I recently put up a video talking about Windblade and some of the other fembots out there, and I got hit with a yellow dollar sign on that saying it was inappropriate for advertisers. I couldn't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm talking about round or square plastic here, and I got hit with that. So I asked for a review from YouTube, and of course they said there's absolutely nothing wrong with this video, and they fixed it for me. But that got me to thinking a little bit about YouTube and future of YouTube, so I'm going to make a video about that. But if you haven't checked out this video, go ahead and give it a view, and hey, let me know what you think. So the magazine Toy Robot has put out some posters that they're going to be including with theirs. And one of the things, if you're going to be in print media this day and age, you're going to have to do something a little bit different. And including these posters that have a lot of stuff going on with them. And they actually have what appears to be some holographic designs to it and all of that. That is really cool. It's interesting. This company's doing a whole lot with their magazine, and they want to be relevant in today's age. And I think it's pretty cool to have a magazine like this. There's not a lot going on the Legends front, but you can go to ShowZ right now and pre-order Magic Squares Minosaur. All components are up for pre-order. I'm shocked they didn't put out a set, but maybe they will only do one figure released at a time. But I would have rather seen it as a set, and there's no price yet. I'm guessing around $30 to $33 a piece, so $150 to $165 for a Legends combiner. So I'd rather have a box set and have it for like $120 or something. And I think that might be coming, but it might be coming a year from now or way after the individual releases come out. So that's kind of how the things usually work, but I don't have any pricing on anything yet. But I think it looks cool, and I really think if you have a Legends display, that this Minosaur is just going to look awesome in your Legends display. So what of a really cool thing that's going on. Also, there's the McFans Toys or Mechanics Studio, which I think they're all the same, but their version of Tracks, and there's color pictures now, and it looks so much better with colored pictures, and then the gray prototypes didn't look all that great, but this is awesome. I like McFans Toys or Mechanics Studio. McFans Toys usually KO oversize other companies' stuff, and Mechanics Studio is usually authentic designs that they made themselves. And they go under a whole lot of different names, but the reality is I do look forward to when this company puts out their own design, because they do have great designs, and sometimes I like them more than like Magic Square or some of the other ones. Sometimes I don't. In this case, I'm really going to like this guy. I guarantee it. Sliding into some mainline stuff, TF Safari has sort of an upgrade kit kind of for your Earthrise Optimus Prime. Now, I know you already dropped $50 on your Earthrise Prime, and it's $17.99 plus. I think that includes shipping, though. I'm not sure. I've never ordered from this TF Safari place, but you get a roller, and you get some more parts and pieces that are going to go with this like little guns that'll go on the unit that goes inside the trailer. So that works out pretty good. It's a nice little upgrade kit. Just stuff that obviously was lacking from it. But on the flip side, if you already dropped $50, then you drop 18 on this or whatever, you're looking at $68 plus, tax on the original purchase. So $70 plus to get all this. It's cool that it exists. If it's something you really want, go for it. And of course, you could always do this. So you could set this up to be like a gunning station. So the trailer, it looks so small. It looks like all it really is like a Rodimus Prime gunning station. But there you go. You can do that. So we've got some pictures of this Battlemaster sound barrier, which is going to be more or less the size of the Target Masters and the Battle Masters that we've gotten in the past, except he comes with a giant shield on his back. And he's going to have more connectivity so you can connect all of your mainline playsets together. And we've also got a picture of someone finding these in the wild at, I'm guessing, a Target? I don't know. No, maybe that's not a Target. But anyway, here they are showing up in the wild. So, good luck. So I'm not 100% sure if this is just one Ironworks and some other parts, or two Ironworks put together. I didn't get the whole story on it, but I love this kit bashing kind of stuff when people take their figure and make it into something bigger, better, grander, and greater than what was already intended. And so that's what happens here. It's cool looking, just, something different. I like that. But if this truly is two Ironworks, or three Ironworks, or whatever, I haven't found one set of deluxe on the shelf, and I go every day, so a little disappointed in that respect, but this does look cool. Our friends over at Unicron.com have posted some more close-up pictures of Runamuck, Runabout. But one thing I want to say, it does look good, and this is one of those obscure figures. I've done a series of videos talking about obscurity, obscure characters, and I don't see Hasbro coming back and saying, we're going to do it again in 2 or 3 years. I just don't see it. I think that they're doing this, they're going to reuse the mold for other colorations and other variations, and they're not going to make it again. That's the way I see it. I think we're seeing this with a lot of obscure characters that started with Titans Returns. There's some Titan Returns figures that won't get another update. That we won't see them again. And I think that's this guy here. This guy here is not something we're going to see 5 different versions of in the next decade. I think we won't see another version past this. And it looks good. I don't know what the panel lines look like. They need to pop in a little bit better. But this is a prototype. Hopefully by the time they get the full retail one done, we don't have those issues. They also gave us closer pictures of Megatron. And this Megatron looks super G1. The head sculpt looks a little weird. But overall, it does look super G1. I wondered, why would they need to redo or redesign or make remold of Megatron when they had the Siege one's good? This one does look a little bit better than Siege, but if I've got my Siege one, I'm fine. I don't see myself wanting to pick this up, and I didn't think they were gonna actually make a whole new design. And I looked at this closely. It is different. It's as different as the Earthrise Prime is to the Siege Prime. There are that many differences in it. The similarities still exist between the two, but they are way different. Hasbro put out a lot of pictures of their Skylinks, and I just tried to find pictures I didn't see before. I don't really want to put a whole bunch of pictures out we've seen a million times, but this kind of shows it in a dynamic pose and kind of what all the wings and the tail and the legs and the articulation can be done. That's why this important picture is important. Here we look and we see blast effects can be used, the little guns in their mouths on both of them. It does come with multiple blast effects itself, kind of like the Jetfire Skyfire did. And so with that, I think that they compound or combine to make bigger blast effects. I don't have all of the information on that just yet, but it does look pretty cool. It's like display options that you have. Here is it split up into the 2 modes in the alternate mode, the secondary alternate mode, whatever. But you do have landing gear on the shuttle, which is cool, and that is a nice touch. And of course, they're going to put a lot of these things that have nice touches in the Commander class. It is a higher price point. it should have a lot more than even in the master, well, not master, even in the leader class line. It should have more. Space station mode or the takeoff mode looks cool. Showing with the top doors open and you've got the gold in there. That's a really cool that they put that in there. I like that they put that in there. And then I'm looking at this. That back piece I don't think goes with it. But we'll find out for sure. But I think that's from something else. But anyhow, you can see a little bit more detail top down. Now these pictures of Generation Select Seacons, some of these figures that are coming out, I really was kind of blown away about how big they are. They kind of take up the whole box, especially this guy here. And I'm thinking, wow, these are bigger than I thought they'd be. So I don't have any of them. I've just kind of watched what's going on with it. And it looks to be a pretty decent set. And a lot of people that have got their figures so far like them. I'm not sure if these are the last two or what, but they're a lot bigger than I expected because I'm used to standard Combiner Wars stuff, not big as, say, like the Devastator or anything like that, but bigger than I expected. And there's a video of Leader Class Double Dealer, and basically the video just shows you that you can fold these flaps down from his shoulders to change him over from being an Autobot to a Decepticon, and that's cool. I mean, that's an interesting feature that they integrated into this figure, and I kind of like that. I mean, they did the same kind of thing with Jetfire, Skyfire, and they're doing it here. So, yeah, looks good. We also have more angles of Smokescreen and just seeing his alt mode and how does that alt mode look. It looks pretty good. It looks very G1-esque Earth mode. Again, not tabbed in all the way. I'm not sure if that's just with prototypes or what, but they don't seem to be getting tabbed in all the way. Here he is as Bot in his Bot mode, looking decent. Yeah, I mean, this guy could fill in if you oversized him as a masterpiece because it does look that good. That head sculpt looks good. I mean, everything looks good on this guy. So we're a little less than 2 weeks out from TFCon Orlando 2020. I'll be reporting on information from this convention as it goes on. I'm looking forward to it because of the third-party panel, and a lot of people have been disappointed in the last two third-party panels, but I don't understand how you could be disappointed when great things come out of it, great information comes out of it. I think X-Transbot's going to kill it. X-Transbots did a great showing in the last convention. They're going to do a great showing in this. They've already put a list of things that are out. They've been kind of dormant lately, but I think at this convention we're going to see a lot. But we'll see. Now, this isn't Transformer news or Star Wars news or toy news, but you know, people like food, so Taco Bell is coming out with something called a Triple Lupa. If you ever had a chalupa, it's literally 3 times the size. It's like 3 chalupas in one. This thing is huge. I don't know how much it's going to cost or all of that stuff, but I found this picture and I thought, wow, Triple Lupa. I like the chalupa. It's okay. I don't know if I like it enough to eat 3 at once. So that's a wrap on filming. If you're filming the Mandalorian 2, Season 2 is done with the filming. They're going to be into the editing and all that stuff. But it's pretty exciting that Season 2 is come along this fast. And I enjoyed Season 1. And a lot of sites are saying that The Mandalorian was actually the top rated or the most watched show of 2019. I've heard that a lot. I haven't seen any numbers anywhere. I don't really know if that's true to back that up, but I know that it was very, very popular. Season 2, people are definitely going to be looking forward to that, including this guy here. And there's rumors of Lucasfilm and I don't know what game company, but making a game, licensing out the Star Wars name for a game with Project Maverick. Now, I do want to talk real quick. I feel like Star Wars games are being underutilized. And I know it takes a ridiculous amount of time and money and effort to program a game that is going to be competitive in today's gaming market. But Star Wars games could be some of the most fun games out there. Of course, some of the games that have come out were not fun. But if you look at the long, long history of Star Wars games, they're leaving a lot of money on the table. But more importantly, they're leaving a lot of fun for fans on the table by not making more games, exploring the world of Star Wars even more. And the more originally trilogy you go, I think the better it's going to sell. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people that play Star Wars Battlefront 2, and that's the only thing they use their PlayStation for. I know that for a fact. So there's a petition floating around for you to vote for them to make a Vintage Collection Razor Crest, and I know they're going to end up making a Razor Crest. They have to. The popularity of The Mandalorian is just way too popular. They've been asked point blank about it, but when asked, Hasbro says that it would be bigger than the sail barge. If the dimensions of this would be bigger than that, I don't see it myself. I've watched the show. Nowhere did this look anywhere near the size of the sail barge. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just looking at it from the wrong angle, but I would still think it would be, smaller than a Falcon in my mind. Or they could throw scale out the window like they've done with the majority of the ships and just make it to a normal size, even smaller than the gunship. So there's a lot of reports of the Stormtrooper Commander. That is a gaming grace that you can only get at GameStop. Not up for pre-order at GameStop yet, but the reports are that this guy is going to be really hard to get. Right now it's hard to get. You can't pre-order it yet. So it's one of those things that, okay, if you want it, you better pre-order it. People are still having a lot of trouble getting the Jedi Revan, and that's simply just a repaint and a reissue of a previous figure. So with that, I don't think they have to make it in huge quantities. They've already got the mold and the design, so putting it out as an exclusive, and same here. All of these gaming greats that are coming out are reissues, just repaints, and so they can make them in much smaller quantities, and it's not going to hurt them at all. And in fact, it's all profit. So my advice is, if you want it, as soon as the pre-orders are up, pre-order it. But speaking of gaming greats, there's rumors that the next one is going to be a Shadow Trooper, and this picture showed up, it surfaced, and that's why people are thinking that this is going to get made as Shadow Trooper. I don't know. Is it glow in the dark? That would be really cool. I would like a glow in the dark Stormtrooper. That would be awesome. I'd be down for that. But anyway, this one is not confirmed yet. There's still rumors. No one knows where the picture came from, but still, it's something to look forward to. So what else happened this week that I didn't talk about? Hey, I really want to know. Let me know what other cool stuff is going on out there in the community. Like, subscribe, and Tidarium Hanger out.